Jeez, and then
How's that?
I told him about it. He's like, don't get the. He goes, don't.
Can I go like
Yeah, you can do anything you want on that. It should have enough base on it to do.
orientate? That's fine.
And then I got the red hat, Make America Great Again hat.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Are we hitting play on? Oh, I
You
just
have the
took my picture.
photo. No.
That's what we
Yeah,
need.
you can go ahead and hit play. We don't have to. Hold on 1 second over there.
That's good. I already have that set up. So
Okay.
I'm catching you on this. I adjusted this. Hopefully it won't be able to feedback on that too much.
Gotcha.
Make sure you got this, just so you can reference where we're at.
I like how you don't show it to me until now. Oh, and you just say topic one, topic two. Okay.
The topics are right there. Good.
Yeah. Go ahead. You're starter. I'll finish it.
Welcome to the Get Off My Lawn podcast. This is TJ. With me, as always, is the star of the show, little S, very little. He obviously is the self-proclaimed talent. We're going to keep hitting that note until one of you guys agrees with him. It's my dad, Tom.
Well, currently 17,000 people already agree with me. That's why they're following me on various platforms.
17,000.
You know what I could do with
Small.
17,000 people? I could fill a small stadium. I could send a militia.
Why can't we sell some of our merch then?
Well, I haven't really, been out there trying to take my audience just yet, but I'm coming.
We definitely need to start hitting that note pretty soon.
Yeah.
Today we're just going to jump in a quick, segment about the news going on in the world. USA baseball playing against Canada today, pretty big deal. Anytime we can beat Canada at something, we're happy about it. Iran, that's still going on. You said it was going to be quick. Here we are a week later, still happening. Oil prices through the roof. I mean, not good for me as a poor person. And then women's accomplishments since the last time we've talked. It's Women's History Month. I assume they've done something since last week. And
Well, I've got something to say about all those topics.
That's-
I have my own topic first.
topic?
Yeah, I think that when we start, because we're testing this whole, what do you call them, podcast thing out, shouldn't you in the beginning have said where to find us and all the places we are online?
So that's actually, see, if you look at the sheet here, sponsor plug. We don't actually have any sponsors. So
Oh.
in that area,
Okay, go
we
ahead.
were going
That's
to
what you
plug
want. I bet that's how you
ourselves.
started out with
Considering this episode is sponsored by Barn Door Innovations, which is us, figured we'd plug them all at the same time. So you can find us on TikTok, Pop said Get Off My Lawn, Facebook, Get Off My Lawn, and YouTube, Barn Door Innovations. We're actually live on Barn Door Innovations right now for anybody at home that wants to check us out. 8 people are already checking us out, so
it. And I didn't even tell
to
my
the, you already told all your
I
friends?
didn't tell any of my friends.
That's not true. 8 people are here. You're the only people watching us, the people you know.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of people on YouTube. Hi. Anyway, okay, I get it. Yeah.
All right. So there's a quick, just little plug. Again, we have no sponsors. We would happily take any sort of sponsor if you're interested in this kind of
Yeah,
content.
when he says sponsor and says we and us, it's a kind of a loose term. But go ahead.
Loose in what way? They're sponsoring me in particular, you in
I'm
particular.
writing the check.
Oh, okay. But again, we want other people to write those checks for us, so depends. Just the kind of products that he's using regularly. Nature's Made vitamins, those are huge. Just what other things old people use, we would love for you to sponsor us. You got any ideas of type of stuff you want sponsor-wise? You just want people to give us money, no particular brands?
No. I said my demographic's 55 and over, so whatever.
So yeah, it depends. If
no,
you're looking
no,
for
people 55 and over aren't automatically wet in their pants.
depends.
They're not. But
Is
I'll
it a
take
cough?
if it's a sponsor. I'll do what I gotta do.
Yeah, every cough, every sneeze is a worry once you hit that over 55.
Well, that is true. There is the cough and clinch, which there's a couple videos on there already about that. My theory.
Yeah.
All right, go
So
ahead.
jump right in. USA baseball. You watching any of it?
I watched a few innings. I was waiting for Judge to come up. Then he struck out. And then that was about it.
I mean, we're playing Canada today, so
Yeah, well, I mean, I will watch it tonight because I think beating Canada again can only make us feel good.
yep. I mean, Jack Hughes still riding high, so he's been doing all sorts of promos for Team USA baseball. So hopefully we can.
He's a true patriot. Yeah, those guys. I hope they get $1 billion each.
$1 billion
$1
each.
billion in their careers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. In their
They
careers,
came
I was
home,
gonna
they-
say just you
They
win a
came
gold
home,
medal,
they,
you get
they
a.
said, "Yay, America!" and they went out and fought hard, and they didn't give us any Megan Rapinoe crap.
I mean, that is true. It was the exact opposite of everything we've been seeing recently. So
Yeah, I mean, they should get a Wheaties box. She got one.
I mean, we're really shooting for the moon there.
Well, I mean, you asked me, so that's what I think.
I mean, this is supposed to be the best USA baseball team we put out there. Completely dropped the ball there against Italy, which if you're gonna lose to somebody, you might as well lose to the Italians.
So we don't put our actual all-star team out there. We just
Oh, we got Aaron Judge, we
I
got
know,
Bobby
we got a
Witt
couple of guys.
Jr., we got Paul Skeens. We do have a pretty solid squad. We're just Mark DeRosa completely dropped the ball and didn't try in the last game, thinking he had already clinched a playoff spot. We had not, so it all came down to Italy thumping Mexico for us, which happened.
I'm learning just like all you. I did see a play with our shortstop. He's pretty good.
Bobby Witt Jr., best
Yeah,
shortstop in the
he made
world.
A couple of outstretched up and throw it to first, like lickety split.
And he plays for the Royals, so nobody knows who he is.
I don't know. I haven't followed much of baseball since I left New York 12 years ago. And then you weren't around to, take you to all that stuff. So I kind of watch golf more. But
That sounds
go USA.
super boring, but yes, go USA. Speaking of USA, Iran, that's still going on.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's going on.
I thought it was supposed to be quick and easy.
It is quick.
Didn't people just like die yesterday or the other day?
Well, that was a mid-air collision accident that happens all the time, all year, every year, all around this country and all over the world because our guys are always practicing, and every now and then something happens.
So obviously they weren't very good at practicing.
No, they've done 15,000 missions, and you got one accident, and they're all in their 20s, operating billions of dollars worth of equipment. So they don't have enough steak and lobster, in my view.
So they're operating billions of dollars worth of equipment and they're making mistakes. So I get a little bit more leeway when our microphones don't quite work the right way.
Look, you go fly at 30,000 feet with these other kids, and you refuel a jet, while you're up there. And if you make a mistake, I won't hold it against you.
I'm not going to do that because this is
I know.
actually much easier.
Right. So
Just,
they get deference just for the amount of balls they have.
They have more than two.
Yeah, and they're bigger than everyone you know.
Wait, so I mean,
And they're bigger than everyone
so
you know.
the reason we're putting them in there is they're mutating.
No, they're
I mean,
brave.
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 Mm,
Yes.
it is brave to have an extra nut.
Are you down smacking the military?
No, not in the
Kick your
military.
ass right here.
It's just this is what I'm looking for. It's just the general
All right, so
upset.
he's not really that bad of an asshole. He's just trying to piss me off. So
Mission accomplished.
yeah, we're good. You got another topic? What?
I mean-
the whole war.
I mean, nothing else about Iran.
It's going exactly as planned. They're not going to be able to make a nut in a bolt when we're done. Every one of their factories, every one of their entire supply chain, and hopefully right at the end we start dropping leaflets and guns.
and guns.
Oh yeah,
Guns to the people that
the
can rise up
population.
against.
Yeah, little.
the
I
threat.
envision little parachutes with AR-15s on them with 2 boxes of shells, and they all flying out of the sky, landing all over Tehran for the people. That'd be
Well,
awesome.
hopefully they're gonna go about that in a positive manner. And
Well, no
not
matter what, who cares
tyrannical
what they
and
do?
such.
As long as we were not going to hear from them for many moons now. Remember Iraq? Used to be Iraq. You don't hear shit about Iraq for the last 10 or 15 years because
Well, it only
They were-
went for 10 or 15 years.
they
before
were
it got
bombed
there.
into the Stone Age. And that's what we're doing with Iran. We're bombing them back to the Stone Age. We're not going to have to listen and worry about them shooting missiles and all these crap because they're barely going to be able to make a fork. So that's the idea there.
Do they use forks in Iran?
I don't know. I don't know if they're one of the ones that eat with their feet or what, but, you know, I don't know.
I mean,
They're actually, it's up to them. As long as they can't bother their neighbors or interrupt, lives. Then we're
I
good.
would say the only thing I care about as far as what's going on over there is now the oil is super expensive. My gas is more expensive. I can't afford this.
I probably paid for that gas that he put in his car.
That's
But
not
anyway,
true.
it's a short-term pain, and it's what the Democrats and the media need in order to try to downplay, the success that's going on in Iran. So like I said, they've had 15,000 missions. All they care about is that one bomb that might have went in the wrong place and hit a school. So all of those thousands of our kids that are out there fighting, they're just degrading them every day on the news by not championing all the success they have and just trying to pick the one mistake so they can go hang somebody. And the media is, I think, Trump, if you're listening, and I know you're not, don't call them CNN anymore. They are the Iranian News Network. From here on out, rename them the Iranian News Network. Whenever Carolyn has to call on somebody in the press room, IRR, or INN, go ahead. The Iranian News Network.
So basically, what I got from all of that is Democrats are essentially an upset woman. No matter how many good things you do, stack them all up, they're going to focus on that one thing that you do wrong.
That's all they do every time. Unless it's their side in charge, then there's no stories.
So a Democrat woman, essentially, top to bottom, is what you're going with there.
Well, the majority, I would say 90% of them are. If they're men, they're still those beta guys. So, I mean, they haven't really made it over to the man side yet. So, yeah, pretty much all women.
I think that's a great transition. We haven't talked about National Women's History Month yet on this podcast. So that's a pretty big topic last time. Have you noticed any accomplishments from the women out there in the last week or so?
Are you talking only about women, or are you talking about women?
Just women in general. I feel like we should
Women
probably
in
lump
general?
them all together just to give them the best shot.
Well, I mean, I think the 5 or 6 women that defected from the soccer team in Australia are pretty brave.
Defected? What do you mean they defected? Tell me about it.
This is where I educate my son on what the word defected means.
I know what defect
they're-
means.
well,
I want to know why they defected. What about the
Well, they're from
defection?
Iran, number one.
Uh-huh.
So there's a good reason to defect. And then they were in Australia, another country. So they just had to outrun their handlers and they could have freedom.
So they defected to Australia, not from Australia.
Well, yeah, I
Okay,
said
'cause-
they're Iranian soccer
Well, you
players.
said that they defected from Australia, so that was
So
where
again,
I mean, to and from are very important when speaking about defection.
all right, him or her.
I'm going to defect from this conversation, you know?
All right, he or she. What, other than that, I mean, I think the Iran thing's going great, and it's just media has something to argue about right now. Then Trump's going to declare victory in a week or two. The ships are going to be moving through the strait again. He's going to become Lloyd's of London, the United States is. We're going to drop them out of business because he's going to create an insurance company to insure all those ships, and then our military will be paid in order to keep the oil flowing. So when Democrats bitch, it's only going to come back and bite them again later because they're going to look they look, I don't know how much stupid you could look, but they look even more stupid.
And for our audio people out there who could not see their gesture, he's wearing a t-shirt that says, "I have PTSD, pretty tired of stupid Democrats." So the Walmart bin loved this purchase.
This was not from Walmart. This
Where was it from?
Custom purchase.
Custom purchase. You made this shirt?
No, a friend of mine gave it to me, and he ain't no Walmart guy.
And so he made this decision. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
got me a gift.
I love your
It's a
shirt.
gift.
I
And
love your
thought, what
shirt.
better place to show off this gift than to the world?
You're a gift to the world.
Now everybody's starting to see it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, listen, we got like 8 10 more minutes of this first segment here. 10 minutes. So again, this is
And you
brought to
covered
you.
all the topics?
Yeah, we covered them. This is brought to you by Barn Door. Find us on YouTube, find us on Facebook, find us on TikTok. Pop said, "Get off my lawn." We are here at the Voices from the Balcony Radio, recording podcast number 2 of the Get Off My Lawn podcast. We already ripped through all of our topics. So why don't you just tell us a story?
Tell us a story.
Yeah. All he does is think about himself all the time. So there's probably a really good idea or story just rattling around in there.
Well, I told you one of them, they had those little parachutes of AR-15s and bullets and have them land on.
That topical.
yeah.
You got another one hanging out upstairs?
I mean,
On the spot. Or wittiness and just like general.
well, I'm
That's
still waiting for the copyright for the book I wrote.
This has nothing to do with the story. This is just
I'm
complaints.
telling a story about how I wrote a book a couple months ago and finished it.
A couple
I
months
gave it to
ago.
my
I wrote
son
it in February.
to get it online, get
1
it
month
printed,
ago.
and get it all promoted and everything. And then it's just been a copyright issue ever since that he says.
He wants immediate results because of the work that I put in.
That's not a good story. I like immediate results instead of just bullshit that I keep getting.
Dead air. That's what I'm getting.
Oh, I forget. Some people can't see me.
Right.
That's sad.
There are people out there that just don't get to see you. You gotta win them over with your linguistic skills here.
I mean, you really think this was your plan to just put me on the spot here and say, talk about something?
Yeah, I wanted to see everybody hear how clever you are.
Well, I'm really excited about the players tournament this weekend. I did go play golf yesterday and specifically got a course that had an island green that would look like 17 in Sawgrass. And
Where was that?
the drop zone after I hit it.
Which golf course are we referring to?
Long Bay.
Long Bay where? Where are we right now? I don't know. if
It's
people know.
it's in Long, South Carolina, and we're here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Because if you don't know the topics we're supposed to say, you probably don't know where we are. We're in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Did you, are you playing golf this weekend?
No, I can't because it's sold out. Every course I checked yesterday, you can't get on until about 2 in the afternoon. So we're in the middle of golf season here in Myrtle Beach. The planes are coming in fast and furious. America's spending their dollars, several dollars here. So I'm very excited about that. You said something.
You have 17,000 regular followers, and he can't get a time on a Saturday in Myrtle Beach. That seems not so cool.
Look, it's 2 days in advance. It's partly my fault. You know, this is this time of year where you've got to make your tee times 4 to 5 days in advance.
So failure to prepare is preparing to fail.
Well, I was prepared for when I played Monday. I was prepared when I played yesterday. I didn't know if I could play tomorrow until I got the go-ahead last night because I have to check with someone at my house. And once I went online and was bummed.
So you should just be able to schedule these and then cancel afterwards, or once you schedule it, you're stuck with it? Because wouldn't it just be more?
No, you can
prudent to-
cancel all the time because they got so many people that'll, take your spot in a heartbeat. So.
So like every Sunday night, you should just go ahead and book yourself a week's worth of stuff.
Well, it's not quite how it works, Junior.
You just said you can cancel at any time.
Right. So it's because I'm in a prime times thing. I don't know if you want me to get into all that on here, but I joined a club. It's $550 a year. It's got 21 courses in it, and I can make those tee times at those 21 courses up to 5 days in advance.
Listen, I got 5 more minutes of this. Why don't you tell us what club that is?
Prime times?
Yeah, what is it?
It's like a club that everybody pays.
Like a membership type fee?
Right. So when the guy behind me is from out of town and it costs him $240 to play the round at Grand Dunes, like it did the other day. I played with a couple. They spent $480 to play golf. My buddy and I each paid $95, but I got mine for free because I had so many points available in my club.
So you're able to earn points?
Every time you play and pay points, and then so every third or fourth round is free.
Can you transfer any of these points to the people that you're with, or
No.
they're all yours?
They're all mine. So when I go play the real nice courses, I use the points. Which even the second middle tier courses are way better than any course I had back home. So
Back home's where?
upstate New York.
Upstate New York. Well, obviously, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is going to have better courses than upstate New York. Who
Yeah,
would've
like I
thought?
said, even our middle tier courses are better than the ones back home.
All.
The good,
Yeah.
no doubt. But you told me to pick something. I'm thinking about golf. I was watching golf.
I have no issues. I honestly need like 4
Actually, for
minutes.
golf, if you're around my TikTok shop, Piss Missile Golf Products, which is a euphemism for something else. But it's cool yellow glove. I've been using it like the last 6 times I played. It's not ripped yet, so that's good. And people keep asking me, why you got that yellow glove? So if you suck at golf, you're not going to get any better. Just get some stuff to make people talk. I also have my Trump head covers. And another couple came up and said, can we take a picture next to your clubs? Like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So all you northerners, when you come down, you see a guy with a red bag, Trump head covers on it. That's me. And yes, you can take a picture with my clubs.
You know, it's unfortunate that his memory isn't what it used to be. I did tell him the last time we were here to bring that glove with him so we could make a little promo out of this whole thing and save us some time. But he made us a promo minus the visual aid that we need.
Trust me, it looks like piss.
Trust him. It looks like piss. I think you need to drink more water. Because if your piss looks that green color, we have
It was
a huge-
yellow.
It's like
It's
a
yellow.
highlighter green, yellow type thing.
No, it's yellow.
It's very,
yellow.
very bright.
Yeah. Well, now it's got some. I need new grips if you need to know that too, and so the piss is not as clear in the palm because it's dirty.
Oh,
The glove's
right.
dirty
Okay.
now, all right?
Gotcha.
So I can't do a video on how cool the glove is because it's dirty because I didn't go get new grips yet.
If you ever get to a point where your piss is not clear, we need to go to the doctor.
Right after I take my methylene blue, usually
That's true. You did say you had bright blue piss one time.
the first couple times I took it. Yeah.
That's just awesome. Listen, we're going to cut this segment here. When we come back, though, we're going to You Know What Sucks segment, which if you follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, you know he thinks most stuff sucks.
There's like 200 videos of stuff sucking.
119 videos to be exact of You Know What Sucks on our TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. So check those out there, and we're going to roll back in and run into
Now
some-
listen, if you guys have topics that are way better than the one he's choosing, I'm open to suggestions.
I'm also open to suggestions because this is straight winging it, start to finish. We'll be back for the next segment of You Know What Sucks. Okay.
All right, well, I mean, I don't know about this part where you put me on the spot. I don't know what the hell we're talking
Yeah,
about.
well, it's because when I bring up these topics, you run through them like, all right, are we done? What's next? You know, instead of just talking about them. And,
That's why you gotta have questions ready.
Yes.
Let me see where I have, oh, it's probably there. I got like 30 questions when I interview somebody. I'll only do 5 or 6, but if they go through them, I've got backup questions to ask and backup questions to ask, so.
I don't want
I'm
you to
always ready.
lean on me so hard, though. I want you to just sit over there and riff and talk about these things. Obviously,
I mean, I don't just sit around though. I never do that in my own mind.
that's the thing, though. We are just sitting around.
I mean, if somebody comes along and prompts me, then, you know.
I get it.
But I don't think you should like try to, make the troops sound bad just to piss me off.
I think
Because you're only
that's-
gonna bring more shit on yourself.
Anybody comments or anybody has hate or anybody shares because of the things I say, it's a good thing regardless of their opinion.
Not when it comes to that subject, but okay, hey, whatever.
I didn't say anything that troops are bad or anything like that. I was just taking an opposing view to what you're talking about just in order to get you to be upset.
He's grounded,
We're not recording anymore. So
just in case. So now what?
go to the bathroom, thinking of things that suck.
Oh, I gotta come up with all my own again?
There's some stuff here that gets you.
What are they?
the media, liberals, immigrants, trannies, taxes, other countries, speakerphone in public, and then mine is going to be Bam Adebayo.
Speakerphone, did you see that one of the airlines banned people?
Yeah,
You gotta remember, gotta put that in.
yeah. They banned them from using it on an airplane.
Mm-hmm. You get kicked off.
Yeah.
Not airplane.
Yeah, I just don't fly enough because I'll drive. I don't mind flying. I don't like the airports.
Margaret had to fly down to Biloxi to get her mom,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Fuck this! I'm flying first class." So she
Yeah.
got a first class ticket. But if she left early in the morning, it's $1,200. If she leaves like at 2, it's $1,200. At one time, her ticket was $480.
Yeah. Nice.
It's like, well, hell, I'm leaving then. So
I fly west if I'm going west.
Mhm.
But East Coast,
I know.
west, and I won't fly first class now because I'm so fucking spoiled.
I
10
know.
years ago, the first time I went to Vegas in first class, that was it. I was never flying a coach again.
Yeah, that's how I am too. When we're going to go to on an Alaskan cruise, she's like, "We're flying first class to Seattle." I go, "Well, hell, as much as the damn cruise will be, doesn't matter."
Yeah.
Hell, I'm 6'4" though. I don't like flying
Yeah,
because
it's
my
never
body doesn't fit in an airline seat.
Yeah, even in first class sometimes.
I know.
Don't take the front seat because the front seat
Yes.
it could have the wall there. I
Mm-hmm.
was flying the red eye from Vegas, and then I couldn't outstretch my legs, and I'm sleeping, and everything's all cramped.
Now, see, that's the topic that you should, that's something you should be talking about.
Yeah, I think maybe if I know more in advance, I'll have more things in the back of my head to pick from. You know what I mean? Rather than just, what do you want to talk about? I'm a happy person who's not really mad, even though we're presenting that. Yeah.
You could just like, so as a talented person, you should just be able to step into the water and be able to fish,
There's a reason why I grounded him so much. So on this stuff, are you gonna say, how's it working?
I'm gonna lead you into it, and then I'm gonna talk about how a lot of stuff sucks. And you're like, Dad, what do you think sucks? And then you're gonna come up with something based on this stuff. You know what sucks? We'll talk about that for a minute. Talk about why it sucks, and then we'll roll into another one.
Are we going now?
Are you using the restroom or
No,
anything?
I ain't
You ready to go?
I'm gonna go.
He's got the pins on.
I'll take him as a sponsor. I'll do what I have to.
Welcome back to the Get Off My Lawn podcast. We are jumping right into You Know What Sucks. We stacked up a lot of You Know What Sucks videos out there. We're going to try not to do any reruns here. But we are going to, just check in with Dad. It's been a while since he made one of these You Know What Sucks videos. So what sucks?
What sucks? Nothing. Everything's pretty good. Life's pretty good, but I'm supposed to be angry. And, I'm never really angry on Fridays, so we should do this on Mondays. But anyway, the news really is the only thing that pisses me off lately, the liberal news.
Liberal
Other than-
news? The right news is good, but the liberal news is
No, real news is fine. It's the propaganda that I hate.
I mean, it is very much propaganda, and they're layered throughout pretty much every level of media.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand how they can be so anti our service members all the time, especially when they're out fighting.
And you don't like it when people are anti-service members.
No, not at all. Makes me angry.
And you think because of the last segment, I'm going to get some backlash because of my stance against you in regards to service
So yeah,
members.
you're trying to tweak me.
So you know what sucks? The youth's willingness to just throw shade at whoever they want in order to get views on the internet. That's not what's happening here. I genuinely don't like them.
No, there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be any shade thrown on our service guys, especially right now while they're in action.
I think shade over their head is important.
Incredibly disrespectful for the way the media is acting. But, they're always for the other person.
Well, it's theater. They're all looking for views, and they know that reality TV is what sells, and they need to throw a little flavor in the reality we live in.
I mean, how many? They're just anti-American. Everything is anti-American.
Well, yeah, that's what they pitch, is that America's bad, everybody else is good, we should be more like everybody else, and not vice versa, even though everybody else is trying to be like us.
And it's unfortunate, but I think it goes back to the universities. They suck. Universities suck. You send your kid to college right now, you're an idiot, because unless they're going to be a dentist, to be a doctor, then, that's the only reason anybody should go to college. But to go and get a liberal arts degree, wow, that is about the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You're better off going to work at Dollar General. You get more out of it.
In the 2020s, do you know who has made the largest collective of
Probably the government,
whose government?
our government.
Swing and a miss, try again.
I don't know who donates to universities.
The number one donor to universities in the 2020s is the Chinese government, with $8 billion going to universities in America.
Oh, yeah, nothing to see here.
They're not after any sort of agenda or anything like that.
No, that must be totally innocent.
Yeah, so I wonder why all these kids are being churned out with these communist views. Oh, it's almost like the people are literal communists.
I wish the federal government would stop paying anything towards college. But Trump don't want to do it because that's millions of people that won't work anymore. That's the only reason he's not doing it, because he doesn't want the education of the university system to collapse. But
because it's huge business. The amount of money that they make off ignorant 18 or 17 and 18-year-olds is huge business. So you can't stop federal aid when so many kids are being forced to pay thousands of dollars before they're smart enough to decide
they're
what they
not
want.
being forced.
Their
Parents
just
tell them to do
right.
it.
They're being forced by their parents. So you
And
won't be
these high school
successful.
teachers and guidance counselors, they're the worst too. I mean, they used to be, the university is indoctrinating all these kids. These kids are pre-indoctrinated before they even get to 12 years old. Before they get to high school, they're already indoctrinated. The whole education system sucks.
So you know what sucks? The entire education system in America.
To be rethought from scratch. Certain kids are smart at one thing. Certain kids are smart at another thing. They all got to go towards what they're good at.
So a bigger emphasis on trade schools and things like that.
Yeah, and whatever their abilities are, they should go in that direction. Right now, you put all of them, the smart ones, the dumb ones, all of them in one, and you're trying to shove them all in the same place. Doesn't work.
For all those kids who do not have any abilities, straight across the board, just asking for a friend, what are you going to do with them?
What do you mean? What, say again?
You said kids that have certain abilities should be grouped together and put into a certain school.
Yes, guys.
So what about those kids who just don't have any abilities?
They have abilities.
Start to finish. They're just...
That's wrong. That's the thinking that's wrong right there. Every kid has an ability. Every person has an ability. They're just not being allowed to follow their ability. So the whole statement, what are you going to do with a group of kids that have no ability, is wrong, because every kid has something. And the schools don't care what it is.
I don't know. I kind of disagree. We are in the iPad generation of kids that are coming up, teenagers and such. Their only ability is looking at a screen and going.
That's again the parents. No kid should be allowed to touch a device until they're 16. There should be no such thing as tablets or cell phones, that type of screens and internet for any kid under 16.
What did you get Trey for Christmas?
Well, Trey's a different story. He's handicapped. What the fuck are you bringing him up for? That's stupid. Another stupid thing I got to deal with. He needs a tablet. He's nonverbal autistic. That's how he communicates.
So there are certain exceptions that could be made.
Yes, I'm sorry. If you're handicapped and unable to understand what I'm saying, you shouldn't have a tablet.
You shouldn't be watching this podcast.
Yeah.
Just throw it out
Can't believe you brought up Trey. It's not the.
I get to do whatever I want. He's my son.
No, I know, but has no context to what I'm talking about.
You said kids. There shouldn't be
Ordinary,
experience till
regular,
they're
everyday
16.
kids that don't have special needs.
Just want to make sure you're not holding the world to a standard that you're not willing to uphold.
I'm willing to build a 1980ville, and every kid has to go there for 3 months before they're allowed to move on.
What happens there?
Huh?
What happens there?
You have 3 channels. You got bologna, you got Wonder Bread, and you got water out of a hot hose. And that's it. You got 1 phone line that's attached to the wall. And if you're on it and other people call, there's a busy signal. And you have no idea who's calling. When you pick it up, it's Russian roulette. Could be a bill collector, could be your ex, could be a lot of things.
Will there be like a Atari there?
I mean, I don't know. I think that's the rich kids have that. No.
Or nothing.
There should be no reason to stay. Actually, it should be mandatory that you need to leave the house around 7:30.
In the
Because
morning.
that's what happened.
Stay out until the lights come on in the street.
Correct. You figure it out. Because that's what happened. The parents are going to work. They didn't want to leave you inside all day. It was going to be sunny. They don't want you messing with the fridge. Out.
So this is like a 3-month concentration camp for kids.
No, they're not being taught anything. They just got to survive.
So they have to be taught how to survive in 80s world.
Without devices, and be patient and to critically think. When we were little, we left the house and we figured out how to get in trouble, how to stay out of trouble, what kind of trouble to make, and how to get out of stuff. You critically thought. Kids today have no critical thinking whatsoever.
And who's to blame for that?
My generation for giving the technology to the kids.
And honestly, if you really think about it, your generation is to blame for pretty much all this shit we're going through.
Not really. I mean, none of the kids are holding up their end of the bargain. So, I mean, none of the kids are realizing, we should go a different way. No, they're coloring their hair blue and purple and putting, whatever that thing is on their nose.
A septum ring. It's the easiest way to know not to talk to a girl. Septum ring.
I know. I had somebody who was nice to me the other day, and they had one of those rings in the back of my mind. I'm like, but
Whatever drink you it has spit in it, that's for sure.
she was nice to them.
It's tax season. Anything suck about taxes?
Not really. I don't consider tax season. I haven't considered it in 15 years or so. I haven't had a refund in probably 20, 25 years. I'm a payer.
Right. Doesn't that suck? The fact that there's a bunch of people out there getting refunds have to pay.
I mean, I'm so conditioned for it. It is what it is. If you want to be in business for and I've been paying for a long time. And I can't even remember getting to and run into the tax man to hurry up and get a return. That's a long time. It's probably longer than 30 years.
Isn't it insane how many different things we're paying taxes on though?
Yeah, it's crazy. And they sneak through your utility bills, your cell phone bills, all that stuff is where they sneak them in every time you purchase something. So yeah, at least half your money goes to taxes. But they keep electing Democrats, and they're the ones who want to tax you. So
I mean, inheritance tax, property tax, everything's got a tax, top to bottom. I mean, in Virginia, they want to tax you if you use your the snow blower. They want to tax you
if you're a dog walker,
your dog walker. They want to
well,
tax
they
you for.
deserve it. You're getting exactly what you deserve. You voted a Democrat in, and look what happened. The minute she got in, she turned super Democrat. So y'all got snookered. You were all told you had a great Winsome Sears. So what? She didn't have pizzazz or whatever. She was smart. Can run something. You guys blew it. So now you suffer. I could cuss about Virginia. It's a speed trap state anyway, like New York. New York's another one. Crash and burn, baby. We ain't gonna feel the same way.
It certainly looks like New York's on the way to crashing and burning. Virginia, it's more comedy than anything. Just hearing about all of the new legislation they're trying to drop on there. people there. It's like they want everybody to leave as quick as possible.
It's on purpose. It's designed that way. So we've talked about that. It's designed that way so that they could have one party rule. Everybody wonders, like, why is he doing such a bad job? And he's the king of U-Haul and all this. It's on purpose. It's on purpose. Then they can't lose an election. Isn't Newsom Nancy Pelosi's nephew? All these people, they have family domination of your state. And it's all been on purpose. You had Lee Zeldin for New York, a rock star, a bona fide rock star to run your state. And you picked that woman. I hope you pay $8 a gallon for gas. I hope you do. I hope you're bankrupt soon.
Give me that take in what sucks format so I can cut it up and put it on the internet.
You know what sucks?
That was it.
Cut that out. And cut it there. Mash it up. But it's 100% true. California, everybody thinks they're leaving because he did a bad job. They're leaving because it's on purpose. Same with New York. But I would like Trump to put a map of the USA up, have a press conference, and show where all the new factories are going. And so that all those damn blue states can see that, we're not getting any of those. Kentucky's got 4 or 5 that are broke ground on. All these other states got all these factories breaking ground and going to be built. And the blue states got nothing.
And I mean, at a certain point, you have to wonder why they keep on voting for Democrats.
Because they've never signed the front of a check before. They just sign the back. And there's a lot of fraud going on. And the voting is screwed up. Because it's one party rule, the voting's all rigged. That's why they're fighting so hard to not have the SAVE Act. The SAVE Act is to keep them from cheating, and they don't want to do it so they can cheat. It's the only reason. And then the people will still vote for them in those states, so I have no more sympathy. Like I said before, when a woman gets thrown in front of a subway, I used to be like, oh, that's so sad. Now I'm like, she probably voted Democrat, whatever.
One less.
Whatever.
One less about that.
I mean, how many times it's got to happen before they do anything? They don't do anything.
Well, it's because they don't actually research any of their own opinions. They're told cut and dry, these are what we care about, and it'll change next year. But today, this is what it is.
It's, again, goes all the way back to the lack of critical thinking.
It's the low IQ party.
Yeah. And they did that to your generation. Our teachers, I wonder what the hell you've been doing all these years. Because the product definitely isn't good. So, it's our generation, and we're the ones that screwed the kids up. Because, not me.
Yeah, no, don't let them walk it back. This is one of the best segments we've had so far.
No, but it's my generation, the flock of teachers that are all about to retire. They are the reason that this country's in the shithole. And that kids don't have ambition, and they hate their country. And it's all because of teachers, radical teachers. The colleges pumped out these teachers. Now they're all lonely. They're mostly single, and they hate the world, and they hate those kids, and they teach them to hate just like everybody else.
That's 100% true.
I know.
Yep.
I know. Because of critical thinking, and none of that group, your group, is we got some good ones on our side, but
school in general is not, the goal is not to create critical thinkers. It's to create, this is what it is. Now you think this way.
Yeah. It's
with
just to make voters. It's just to make liberal voters.
And it's daycare. That's all it really is daycare and brainwashing. And that's pretty much the gist.
I heard back home to Westmoreland and Oriskany schools together so they could have a sports program.
Because they're not.
And because they don't have any kids anymore, but it's on purpose. They've been getting rid of us conservatives from up there on purpose for 10, 15 years now. And they won't ever lose an election again. So there is no more hope in New York or Virginia or California.
Unless you're a Yankees fan, we're very helpful this year. We're pulling for them. Knicks are playing great basketball. Hopefully they can get over the hump this year. Outside of sports, yeah, there's no hope.
Really, yeah, the Yankees and Mets are all I got left from New York and a bunch of cool cousins.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the Bills quite yet. The draft's coming up. Free agency was kind of quick. So fingers crossed that it looks better than it does on paper.
Now, if you love me, but you're a little iffy about him, just comment something shitty about the Bills. That'll get to him.
The worst decision anybody could make, if you were to look at all of our content, is to make a negative comment in our comments, because there's this asshole that comes around and he'll just tear you to pieces, calling you gay, asking, how many moms you have because there's no way you had a dad, stuff like that. So don't comment negative in there unless you really want the flames coming back at you.
Yeah, if you don't have a tough constitution, you shouldn't go online spouting your opinions or whatever.
Especially at us, because
Well, we don't care.
we
don't care. I don't work for anyone. Nobody can do anything to me. So bring it on. But unfortunately, there's not more of me out there. I wish there were.
Speaking of, cancel culture is pretty much gone now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I want it reversed.
You want it reversed?
Yeah, we need our turn.
Where we cancel them.
Yes.
Don't you feel like they're canceling themselves pretty hard?
Well, yeah, that's the first thing they do is eat their own.
Yeah.
Even with the Me Too, look at all the people that went down. They were all big time liberals, so that was fun. But no, I wouldn't mind canceling a few myself.
And honestly, as far as canceling themselves, they're getting really good at it recently. I mean, over the last few months, remember when they used to say the right was Nazis? Remember that? That was a pretty common thing. Well, now all the liberals do is hate on Jewish people nonstop, start to finish. They're pretty adamant about them being terrible people.
Whatever they're screaming about, they're doing. Whatever they're accusing us of doing, they're doing. When it was Russia, they were working with Russia. He had nothing to do with it. Whatever they're doing, when it's, now they call everybody a pedophile on the right. All the people arrested and booked are pedophiles on the left. Everybody in the Epstein thing, freaking left wing. So they've owned the whole pedo thing forever, and now they're trying to say we're conservatives, but we all know it's not true. Because you're the ones keep freeing them.
Yep.
We don't free any of them.
Anytime there's a vote there was a vote to release the undoctored
That guy
report.
in California.
That got shut down pretty hard.
Yeah, because the right said something about it. If the right didn't know. I read a thing this morning nobody knows about. It happened in early February. This black dude saw a white family walking down the street. He went, ran them all over, took out a shotgun, and executed the 3-year-old white baby right in front of the parents. Google it. It happened. It's right on there. But the media, nobody talks about it because they weren't the colors weren't switched. So, and I Googled it and read it all before I came here too, because I saw a meme about it. I'm like, is that true? Sure enough, it absolutely happened in Michigan about a month ago.
Yeah, the tide's turning though. If you're paying attention to the NBA at all, there's a white wave coming. So you never know.
I don't care about that. My point was that the media just sucks. They're so evil.
The tides are turning. I mean, we got Cooper Flag out there, so
I have no idea who you're talking about. I don't know. The
world's a completely different
last
place.
basketball player I knew about was Bird and that Jordan dude.
Yeah, I mean, close.
Oh,
thing.
Magic. He was good too.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched a game probably since 2000-ish.
Speaking of white wave, you heard they're starting to ban people speaking on speakerphone in public?
On airplanes, there's one airline that's, I don't care, I never do that in public anyway.
I hear it all the time. If you go to the grocery store, you're guaranteed to hear a loud, obnoxious conversation in public.
The only times I see people do that is I'll make sure the other person can hear me too. Say something rude. But I don't really run into that too much because I don't go grocery stores and I don't go to the mall. I did go to Walmart the other day for the first time in probably 3 years.
The one over on Seaboard there, rearranging the whole thing. It's going to be a new Walmart, apparently.
So I went This is a true story. I was leaving Walmart, and I never go to those places. And there was a woman on the corner with a sign wanting money. And then I went to Burger King because I hadn't been to Burger King in forever, and I wanted a chicken sandwich. And I ordered it, and I pull up, and there's a nice young lady in there, and she goes, "Look, doll, your chicken sandwich is $6.87, but we got this 2 for $5 deal, so you're getting it for $5, and you're getting an extra sandwich." I thought, oh, how sweet. I told her. I asked her if she was hungry. She said no. It's okay. So I took the extra sandwich, and I drove all the way back to Walmart and gave it to that lady on the corner that had the sign up.
It's very not get off my lawn of you.
Well, I'm not really an asshole, but, I can be.
Yeah, stop telling people that this is a character that we created, this whole get off my lawn.
Yeah, that means for my whole life.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't just saying stupid shit.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Before we do, you know what sucks? The NBA and Bam Adebayo, 83 points, cool, passing Kobe. You had to foul to get there. You had to foul the other team just to get more chances at the free throw line. So you're trash. That's the end of the Get Off My Lawn podcast today. Thank you for joining us for both segments.
Well, also, we have our other channel that's coming up, Selling Sales, the book that's going to be coming out. We're going to be doing a podcast with others around the country. So if you're in sales, you've been in sales a while, and you think, it'd be cool to do a podcast and talk about it, we are going to just have a strictly sales oriented podcast and there's millions of salespeople out there, so we're trying to get them all together.
Thank you very much, Barn Door Innovations, the Get Off My Lawn podcast. Thank you very much, Voices from the Balcony, for having us, and we'll see you next Friday.
Peace.
That's good.
You think you got enough material there, Junior?
I think that'll work for a week.
So, week though, I would, when you get a thing in your head and you want to say, I wonder what Dad thinks about this, write down some questions,
I also want you throughout the week, when you think of things that suck, to write them down. That way I don't got to guess what you think sucks. That way you can tell me what you think sucks.
Cancer sucks. It says so right there.
Yes, that's true.
Get that in there next time.
Now, I saw a thing that they're actually coming out with a study about the ivermectin and fenbendazole and stuff like that it actually does work against cancer.
So does removing 35% of your
Well,
liver.
there's that too. I'm doing another cleanse.
I don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
I only have this much colon left, so
Yeah, you and my buddy Jimmy, same deal.
no, I can't even shit anymore if I wanted to.
Right, yeah, you got the
It's
bag.
impossible. When do you have to leave?
What do you want? Sports?
Yeah,
Let's go.
I didn't know if you had time.
Yeah,
No, he's
absolutely.
got time. He's waiting for it.
I was telling him you were really good. You were really good on sports.
Cool. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna go
You guys know what you
to the
want?
bathroom and have
Huh?
a smoke.
Do you guys know what you want to talk about?
I'm going to talk. Obviously, I love talking about baseball because this is the time of year when that's happening.
Sounds
You
good.
hear Kenneth Walker got traded?
Kenneth Walker signed recently
With that trade, but signed with the Chiefs.
Yes, sir.
What the hell was Seattle thinking?
They got
Charbonnet,
Charbonnet,
I know,
and
but-
I bet.
they don't invest money in the acquisition.
I
like
know,
that.
but to me, that's a dumb thing. Who was the MVP of the Super Bowl?
Yeah, Kenneth Walker. But
Anyway, there's always stuff to talk about.
I'm gonna jump back into the bathroom
No
after
problem.
he's done real quick, and then we'll get it going.
No problem. Like I said, I love talking sports. I never get anybody to talk sports with me.
Sounds good. I can definitely do that.
Trust me, I know you were damn good. Hell, you were bringing stuff I couldn't even think about. But I will talk about my Buckeyes and how great they are.
I can do that. How average they are.
They're. It's interesting being a Buckeye, but there's only a few that your goal when you start your football season, undefeated national championship. That's the minimum that
There's
you
only
want.
3 or 4 teams that could say that they got a chance at that every year.
We lose one game, or we don't win the championship, we've failed.
Mhm.
And they're talking about get rid of Ryan Day.
Right.
The dude went, 13-2, and he made it to the second round. No. But what are you going to replace him with?
Yeah, no, there isn't.
Mhm.
And unless Matt Patricia's the guy, which they just signed a new
Hell,
extension.
he is a defensive guru.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't see, like even Notre Dame, they're not where they used to be.
Nope.
And I think that the gas thing not going to the bowl, not playing in a bowl, because
Yeah.
they didn't get to be in the playoffs, so I'm going to run away.
Yeah, they want the special perks of being an independent, but they also don't want the negative ramifications that come with that.
Exactly. What's your dad? How about you went out and smoked a cigarette?
Yeah, you probably.
Is he smoking?
Yep.
Of course he is. You ready to rock and roll?
Yes,
You're
sir.
like, oh, what the hell we're going to be talking about?
Winging it.
Lock and load?
Sir.
Welcome to Four Right Sports Talk. I am Joel Wilson, the digital guru. I have the man back again. He knows sports. How you doing, TJ?
Oh, living the dream, ready to roll.
Living the dream. Now,
He is dreaming small.
yeah, exactly. But speaking of living small, United States versus Italy. What the hell?
I honestly, was before the game saying we're already in, we've already locked it up. Talk about not understanding the of the tournament you're playing.
Exactly.
Talk about losing your job as soon as the tournament's over.
Yes. Do you think? I mean, we've got a very, very, very talented squad moving forward.
Mhm.
Do you think we can get past? Well, we're playing what, Canada? We're recording this on Friday. Do you think we can get past Canada?
I think so. I think that we woke up. The whole thing is going to be a big wake up call. We're throwing Webb. Webb's going to get a lot of ground balls. We got a great infield, so I'm thinking we're going to put Canada away.
The starting pitchers, they're only going 5 innings
Yep.
because it's the spring training, and the pitchers are not really on top of things. Do you think that's going to hurt us?
Our bullpen definitely. We got to get to Mason Miller a little bit quicker. We're putting guys out there that just aren't. I mean, you could tell they're not ready to be.
No, they're not.
throwing big time innings. Few too many mental errors there. It's just we got to take it to another level here to be able to overcome the teams after Canada. I mean, the Dominican Republic, and all of
Japan.
I mean, we got a long way to go to be where we're the best team in the world because we're not right now.
Otani, once in a lifetime player.
We'll never see anything like that again. There'll be a lot of guys that try, but I mean, he's a Cy Young type arm
With
that
the-
happens to hit 60 homers.
I
a
know.
year, so it's like, come on.
I mean, come on, who doesn't do that anymore? He's an EA Sports. When you put it on Max, it's like,
Creative player.
yeah, you're not going to have this in real life. And yes, we are watching that.
We'll never see it again.
No, we will never see it again.
And on top of his talent, what he did as far as his contract, I don't think we'll ever see that again. Taking a $2 million base salary and $68 million a year starting in 6 more years. And so just so the team can go out and sign a Kyle Tucker and do those types of
Do you
things.
think that's going to hurt the Dodgers in the future?
The future, yeah, 6 years from now, sure. They're
So,
gonna have an extra
so you're
68
robbing
million.
Peter to pay Paul kind of thing, where
Totally
I'm putting
worth
all
it.
the eggs, and yeah, it has been worth it.
Mhm.
But when their salary comes, and they're going to, the Major League Baseball, started drink topics, is going to go to a hard cap.
They have to.
They have to.
They have
And that's going to hurt these people who are extending delayed payments, that's big time.
It's going to hurt them there, but it's also going to hurt the game in general. You're going to see a lot more $70 million 1-year deals from these smaller market teams just so
Yes.
they can hit that hard cap floor. So
Mhm.
when you don't hit the cap floor, you're going to get penalized just like you would
Yes.
for hitting the cap ceiling. So
Yep.
it's going to be a different game financially, but it has to happen because there's teams that are spending $400 million. There's teams that aren't spending $100 million.
Yeah, you get some of those smaller market teams who are they're spending less than one or two players are making in some of the other markets.
No, though, if you combine the bottom 10, you're looking at the Dodgers essentially.
Yeah, exactly. You were doing a podcast before, Get Off My Line, and you said something that got me really thinking hard and long. And I just wanted to ask you, Scott Norwood, wide right. And if you could see the look that I just got, tell me what you think about that.
I mean, I was a baby.
I know, but it probably still hurts, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Anytime any kicker misses the ball wide right pops into your brain.
Yes.
So to lose 4 Super Bowls in a row and not go back to another one in my entire lifetime it's been pretty tough, but ride or die,
Do you think Josh Allen's the one that's going to take him to the Super Bowl?
He's the best quarterback in the world.
In the
world.
In the world?
He's the best quarterback in the world. Yeah.
Wow. Didn't see that one coming.
How could you not? Do you not watch football?
I do watch football, but you know what? I've seen some pretty damn good quarterbacks. Cook's a great running back.
Absolutely. He's a great one-cut running back. As soon as he sees that hole, he's hitting that hole and going. Very, very frail. I worry about
Yes, he is.
health there, but if we can get a good 2 or 3 year run, we just paid him top running back
Yes, we
dollars,
did.
so he needs to produce like a top running back. But we are constantly drafting a running back every year in the middle rounds, and we're getting production out of them. Ray Davis is a good, solid back. So, at the end of the day, I think we'll be all right regardless because we got the best running back in the league at quarterback.
Oh my goodness. One of the things I was thinking about is running backs are kind of like VCRs where they work really good and then you throw them away.
Mhm.
And they don't have a long shelf life anymore.
Nope.
Used to be, you would have, and your dad probably knows, the Zonkas and the Franco Harrises would go out there and, 300 carries a year and play for 10, 12 years. Now you don't have that. You've got situational back, first down, a second down, a third down back, maybe 180 carries, 200 carries max. And then after 4 years, you throw them away and you replace them with somebody else.
Do you know how many NFL teams have won a Super Bowl with a running back on their second contract in the last 10 years?
How many?
Zero.
Zero.
You don't.
Zero.
You don't win an NFL. All right. Sorry. The Eagles recently changed
Yes,
that
okay,
whole
yes.
thing. One team in the
One.
last 10 years with the Eagles have won a championship with a second contract running back. You win when they're on a rookie deal and you get rid of them and find another one.
Okay, well, let's segue to the Seattle Seahawks. Kenneth Walker.
You can't pay a running back that kind of money and keep a solid team around him.
Do you think that's going to propel the Chiefs to the glory land?
I think that Kenneth Walker is going to see a lot more passes out of the backfield than he did with the Seahawks. But the amount of negative yards he had as far as running into the backs of his offensive linemen and getting stacked up trying to bounce to the outside, I think that's going to be a problem with the Chiefs. Their offensive tackles struggle. They're cutting Jawan Taylor, so more than likely they're going to be putting a rookie out there at right tackle.
No.
That's going to be tough. They already have they're now a second-year guy there at left tackle, just coming off an ACL. So I'm
But
not
they
as
got-
high on the Chiefs as the rest of the way.
But they got Kelsey coming back.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
exactly. Year 17 tight end. That's definitely what you're looking for.
Maybe they have Tyreek Hill come back. I heard rumors that he's coming back.
Him and Rasheed Rice in the same locker room. Talk about winning culture.
I would love to do a podcast there and have them on. What do you think?
All right, good luck with that. I mean, he's going to speed right through it.
Thanks. Ooh, good one. Good one. I like that. So obviously being a Bills fan, because I kind of gathered that, because obviously And they are the only team in New York. We settled that last
100%.
week. The only team in New York,
Definitively.
definitively. Do you have the same expectations every year? Win the division, win the AFC, and go to the Super Bowl?
Without a doubt, no.
No.
My expectations are constantly low as far as the Bills because if the higher your expectations, the more it hurts. And
Okay.
as a lifelong Bills fan, I know that low expectations feel better when they are overcome.
Okay, because we had topped off the year right before we came on. We were talking about Ohio State, the Ohio State University. I'm a graduate, class of '86, where our expectations are undefeated national title.
Mhm.
You're not going to do that every year. We've done it, but that puts really high expectations. And you should hear the fans. We lost a game, and you can't lose to that team up north. You cannot lose to that team up north.
You won't even say Michigan.
No, in fact, that'll be bleeped out when it in post. But no, when I played baseball there, they said two things. First of all, you attend the Ohio State University. Second, you never say the name of that team up north, and I never will. But that being said, you don't have those expectations saying we've got this is here. The Mafia is going to go to the Super Bowl now.
No, that's the most annoying thing in the world. You can tell that those aren't lifelong Bills fans that are saying, this is our year, because you never know. You never know. It's the new Bills fans that are extra loud and very obnoxious about the fact that it's our time. We don't know. Hopefully, fingers crossed, but not too hard because.
Okay, now
we don't know.
let's give this way too early predictions. Who's taking the AFC? Give me three teams.
The Broncos,
Good choice.
the Bills,
I knew it was coming.
and
New England.
the Jaguars.
The Jaguars with long-haired Trevor Lawrence going to be doing it.
Mhm.
They took a huge step this year.
Their
Huge
defense,
step.
Their defense is very good. They lost Lloyd, but I think they're going to be able to pick that up and continue this because
Okay, I noticed.
young and fast.
I noticed that the Ravens and Chiefs were conspicuously omitted from your.
The Ravens' window is gone. It's closed. Henry is at an age.
You
where-
watch; he'll still rush for 1,800 yards.
He'll run for 1,800 yards, but he's not. He's got to get 25 carries in the game. He's not making an impact early in the game, and the way the Ravens are playing, I don't think Lamar Jackson is going to be in the NFL in 5 years.
He may not be alive.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
His hamstrings aren't going to hold up.
And you think the Chiefs' window is closed?
I don't know if it's closed completely, but I don't think that they're going to turn around. Losing McDuffie is going to be huge on defense. He was the best player on their defense, so seeing him go over to the Rams is not going to be fun. And it's just their offensive line is going to struggle.
Let's go to the NFC.
NFC,
Philly?
nope.
Oh, no Philly.
No. NFC,
Don't even start Cowboys.
let's go with San Francisco,
Okay.
Seattle,
Yes.
and LA Rams.
You're taking everything out out
All
there.
three in the West.
All three in the West. Nobody else has a chance.
I don't think the Packers got it. I don't think the Vikings got it. I don't think the Bears got it. I don't think maybe the Lions, but their offensive line's another situation where they're you can't run the ball if you can't block. No
Not Tampa.
Cowboys, no Redskins,
No Tampa.
no Tampa, no Saints, no Panthers, no Falcons, no Eagles.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's give me another one. You ready for this?
Mhm.
Who's on the clock for 2027?
2027.
Who will
first
be on the
overall.
Uh-huh.
First overall.
Who's gonna just suck donkey?
A lot of teams are going to be
Cleveland?
tanking in particular just because they want Arch Manning or Dante Moore. I don't think it's going to be Cleveland.
No, they've already got 17 quarterbacks.
Honestly, Miami.
I was getting ready to say Miami.
Miami. I think Malik Willis and his 8 career starts and $22 million is going to look like a backup quarterback.
Really?
Their offensive line, again, is very poor.
Wow.
They don't have the defense to be able to protect him because when you look at the Packers and the way he played with the Packers, their defense was able to put the ball in his hands and constantly get the other team off the field.
Yep.
In Miami, their defense is terrible. They just traded Fitzpatrick. That's their best defender.
I know.
They lost Chubb to the Bills. This is a team that is going to struggle. I mean, A-Chain, a lot of fun, but outside of him, who do they even have on their team? Waddle?
Yeah.
Waddle looked just 2 steps slow, and his whole thing was speed.
Did you
I
see?
think Miami's going to be a 1 to 2 win team this year.
Did you see Kyler Murray signed with what Minnesota?
Minnesota, yeah.
Him and JJ are going to go at it.
JJ's winning the job.
JJ sucks.
JJ's a lot better than Kyler.
You know where he went to school.
Of course.
So
He went
I have to say
He
that.
went to beat. When you look at Kyler Murray, he is a backyard quarterback, and that is the exact opposite of the way Kevin O'Connell wants to play.
Yes.
Could you imagine Kyler Murray taking 65% of his snaps under center?
No.
That's what the Vikings do. 65% of the snaps under center.
I
He's
can't.
going to be scrouched down there and
Well,
can't
that-
see over the center.
That
from
reduces his
field.
effectiveness by
Right.
being under center.
100%.
So why did he sign there? Is that the only place that wanted him?
Because of Daniel Jones and because of Sam Darnold.
Okay.
The
picks.
the last two quarterbacks that went and played in Minnesota or backed up in Minnesota or just were around Kevin O'Connell. $50 million for Daniel Jones, 35 for Darnold, and a Super Bowl.
And a Super Bowl.
So I mean, I think that's the way he's looking at it. And he was a Minnesota fan when he was growing up as a kid.
But he ain't no John, he ain't no Darnold, so
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Nope, he's a backyard quarterback that wants to scramble around, and his only opportunities to throw outside of the structure of the play. And Kevin O'Connell's not going to like that one bit.
Well, as we wrap this up, I'm going to give you your quiz because every time we're going to give you a quiz.
Lay down.
They loved it. I actually have people saying that was pretty cool when we did it last time. This time, going into 2026, there are 10 teams that have in baseball that have a less than 1% chance of winning the World Series, as per the sports book. Less than 1% chance of winning the World Series, 10 teams.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, no, they're not
No?
there. No, they're not there.
That's interesting.
Yes, actually, I had to relook at it twice because I thought so too.
Yeah, off the top of my head, that was
Yeah.
the first one that jumped in there.
Some of them surprising me. Like I said, this is Las Vegas, and Las Vegas knows. You went to sports books; they know what you're doing.
Yeah, all right. So then the Royals.
KC is not there.
Interesting.
I know.
All right. So
You're 0 for 2.
0 for
You were
2.
doing so good last.
I felt really good about those two off the top, but no, we're all right.
Some of these I have to disagree with, but again,
All right. So the Rockies.
Colorado's there.
All right.
What that other New York team?
No, the Mets are a decent team.
Yeah,
They
Mets
paid
are-
a lot of money to be where they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Marlin.
Yep, Marlins are there. I will tell you, both teams in Ohio are there.
Cleveland's on there.
Cleveland.
I honestly
Cincy.
I like Cleveland a little bit. I don't mind Cincy. I think those are two up.
I do too, but they're on
Two
there.
good young squads. So that's 4 off there already. We
Mhm.
got 6 more.
Some of these teams used to be damn good. And one surprised me because I thought they had built up a good team a couple years ago, and they flat when they had Tatis and
White Sox.
White Sox are there. San Diego's also.
San Diego's there.
Uh-huh.
So that's 6 there. So 4 left.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota.
Minnesota is not there.
What? If Cleveland's on there and Minnesota's not, Minnesota's one of the worst run organizations.
I'm
in
just
baseball.
saying this is what they
All
did.
they do is cut salary. They bring in nobody.
Mhm.
Joe Ryan's getting traded. Vegas is wrong there.
Well, you want me to give you the rest of them here since you're struggling?
Yeah, might as well. I mean, baseball off the top of my head.
I know you failed, man.
Yeah.
What did you do raising
Oh
this
wait,
kid?
Washington Nationals.
Washington Nationals.
All right. You can't blame him. He doesn't care about baseball.
You must have busted him outside the head a couple
But
times.
the
More
Expos.
than once. The Expos don't exist.
He already.
Washington
I was going to say he already said it. Washington,
Washington Nationals. Good lord.
St. Louis.
St. Louis. All right. Well, Bloom is tearing it down, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I skipped over that whole division in my head.
Okay. California, Angels.
Los Angeles, Angels. Yeah.
To me, it's always going to be California.
Mhm.
And the other one that we have here is Tampa Bay.
I was thinking Tampa Bay, but they're consistently an 85, 86 win team. And
They're giving them less than 1% chance. In fact, Tampa Bay has the lowest percent of winning the World Series.
I think that is a silly thing to do. They're
Well, then go
consistently
out
able
and
to-
put $100 on one of those 10 teams.
Yeah, right.
The last time we did a future bet was on the Kansas City Royals, and they won the race.
Really?
Yeah, and he didn't cash in the ticket because it faded. by the
It
time
was
we
in my wallet, and the ink faded off by the time the World Series came around. It was like 8 months after I was there.
Yeah, so I don't do futures bets anymore because the last time I did one, we won the
There
World
you
Series
go.
and didn't even get to cash it in.
Well,
So-
there you go on that. We're going to wrap it up. You failed your quiz, but you know what? We'll give you a better chance next week.
What is the topic for next week? You want to bring so I can come
Well,
off?
what do you
ready to
want?
go?
What do you want to talk about?
Let's go with football next time.
Okay, we're going.
Football.
We're going to
Because
go
right now. It's it's baseball season. It's the NFL offseason, which means it's my favorite time of the year.
Okay, we got
Free
the
agency
well, we
just
got the
happened.
draft coming.
The draft is coming up. This
Uh-huh.
is the best time to talk football, in my opinion.
So are we going to talk college football? We're going to talk about NFL.
Doesn't matter
And-
as long as it's a pigskin. I'll give you some good.
We're,
good responses.
we will talk about NFL and where the teams are, what the teams are looking for. What are there going to be any kind of free agent moves? There have actually been some free agent moves. We'll talk about those. We'll talk about what teams need, what teams aren't going to do it, what teams are going to sit on their ass and say, you know what, I suck, and I know I'm going to suck because I got a Manning coming up.
Mhm.
We'll talk about that. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, we're going to rock and roll. This is Joel Wilson. I'll see you on the next Tee Box.
TJ, I gotta take these too and put them on my.
Well, I just put it on Facebook or YouTube Live there. So